All of us every now and then have to deal with difficult tasks, and handling them might actually be difficult, but we can change that. And in the following material, I will teach you how to deal effectively with tasks that are difficult. Stay tuned. I'm Dr. Matt and welcome to my channel. So there's many different tactics that we can use, and in the following video we will focus on the ones that are the most effective. So there's many different ways to deal with difficult tasks. The first one functions in the following way. Take a sheet of paper and divide it into two columns. On the left side put difficult tasks, on the right side easy tasks. Always start with the ones that are, and here comes the question, difficult or easy. There's two different ways to approach it. Some psychologists, some trainers would suggest that it's better to start with the difficult tasks because once you've done them, especially in the morning when you are more energetic, then it's going to be easier to handle the easier tasks. To me, it's the other way around. I always do the easy tasks once and later focus on the difficult ones. And the reason for that is that when I start doing things, I already feel like I've done something. And say I've got 5 easy tasks and 1 or 2 difficult. If I've done 5 easy tasks, then I know that most of my work is already done. So this is a question of how you approach it individually. But definitely once you divide the sheet of paper into 2 columns and divide your tasks, then you will simply be able to handle them more smoothly if you see that not all of them are difficult. Another tactic is to take this difficult task and divide it into different chunks. It's easier to do a few chunks rather than one all together in one moment. So once it's divided, you do them piece by piece, and this is how altogether it adds up to your success. Another tactic is called tomato technique or Pomodoro technique because it comes from an Italian Francesco Cirillo. 25 minutes work on a task, later rest 5 minutes. Again, 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest, 25 minutes, 5, 25 minutes, 5. So it's been repeated 4 times, and this way it's going to be easier for you to fulfill your duties. Another tactic is to do an absolute minimum. Now this is an interesting thing. It is said by one French philosopher that better is the enemy of good. Sometimes we are so perfectionist that we actually try to do something in an absolute fashion. It has to be perfect or it's utterly wrong. Well, how about dealing with absolute minimum? You do what is totally necessary so that it's functional, but when it comes to all the other work, simply postpone it for later or not do it at all. Now this is an interesting concept because it's better to have 60 or 70% done rather than have 0 done or only 100%. And what's more interesting, the lasting piece, which is 30 or 40%, just to make it perfect, might occupy 3 or 4 more time and resources than the part that is minimal. So think about this. It's connected with being effective. Another important tactic is connected with your emotions. Observe your fear, observe your anger, maybe your frustration, maybe disappointment, self-sabotage that you might have, which is going to be your internal dialogue, postponing things, telling you that you cannot do it or that it's too difficult and so on. Separate, in other words, psychology, which is emotion, internal dialogue, from economics, which is simply getting things done. Once you understand that psychology is there to help you and you manage your emotions well, and economics or management in this case of your time can simply get things done because you measure your progress and you know what you will do when and how specifically, then with these 2 big resources, psychological resource and management resource, is going to be way easier for you to fulfill what you want to fulfill. Finally, remember about 2 more aspects. Get yourself motivated with all the benefits. So think about what you will get once you deal with this task and prepare a strategy of work. Who will do, with whom, what, for when, how specifically, where, why, and what for. Again, because this is important, who will do what, with whom, for when, how specifically, where, why, and what for. If you ask yourself these questions, then answers will basically prepare an operational and even strategic plan that is going to help you fulfill what you want to fulfill, and this way you will handle difficult tasks in an easier fashion. Thank you very much for watching this material and for being with me. If you haven't done that yet, subscribe to this channel by clicking here. Ask any question that you are interested in that concerns management, psychology, and personal development. Leave a comment, a thumb up, and send this video material please to someone who would benefit from it. Thank you very much, and talk to you next time.